Hello, everybody. Today I'm here at the next set of levels for Dr. Mario World, and I did get caught up on a few of these levels here, so I'm sure you probably had some troubles as well, so let's get into it. I don't believe I beat this one on my first try. This is probably my second try though, and I didn't really do anything all that different. I think I just got a little bit luckier on this one, or maybe had a little bit more knowledge of what I should be doing here. But basically, you need to hit these bubbles quite a lot of times. There's not a great way to hit multiple bubbles at the same time, so you're probably just going to have to do one at a time. And there are some viruses on stage that are a little annoying to get. I forgot to mention as well, I brought in two characters, I think Thwomp and Bob-omb, which just give you more points for the for just beating the level. And that's because there are only 4 viruses on stage, so point boosting assistance will not give you that many points. So you have a much better chance of getting 3 stars on this one if you do it. I think that's what happened, is I only got 2 stars on my first try. So going back in, I was able to get 3 stars. Now here I got nice with the double green and double red. I was able to clear 2 at the same time. Most of the times that won't happen. Now once you get one of the locks, you could begin working on the bubbles in the middle, or you can try and continue going for the next lock. Whichever is just more available to you, I guess. And there are going to be a few blocks you most likely will have left over. They update a few times, but those are the only things left on stage. All of these cages just have blue coins in them that will automatically unlock. The cages are basically just to get in your way until you open up the locks. So we need some reds now and some greens as well. Like we just get a double green right there. And I think we probably bring a rainbow capsule into the red section. I don't completely remember. Oh, so we break those up. Now we've gotten the green lock. There are a few more blocks to hit, like this one right in the middle. And then we'd use the rainbow capsule to hit that red one. Just 2 more reds will get that section done. Using these blues on this side, we're going to hit this middle one. And we are able to get a red from it, which then we can use another red one to come over here. And then we need to hit this block 3 more times. 2 more times. And I'm cutting it pretty close on points and capsules, I'd say. But again, those assistants are going to help me out with the points. Also, you don't score quite a lot on this one. It might seem like you don't have very much, but it's very few points in the end. So I would really recommend bringing in Thwomp and Bob-omb if you can. Now moving into the next one. I think I play this one like 3 or 4 times. I guess I tried on all of these really. And I do get the +3. I have no memory if that helped me or not, but we will wait and see. Seems to be a pretty common theme in these videos that I get the +3 on the round that I win. So let's just see what happens. I don't remember. But we bring in Goomba Tower because it suggested Toad, I think. And I prefer Goomba Tower over Toad. This level's pretty tedious, so I guess I'm just gonna talk about why I prefer Goomba Tower over Toad. One thing is, you get a skill more quickly at the beginning, and also when you're at the end of the stage, it takes less points to get another one of his skills. He does hit less sections, but at the end of the stage there's not a lot on there anyway, so Toad isn't going to be helping much more than he is. Sometimes if there are like bombs on stage, when you hit them, you actually get a skill like multiple times in a row, which is great. I do have him leveled up to level 3 as well, so keep that in mind, but I just prefer him over Toad. I also have him leveled up more than Toad, so I guess in some ways that's another reason why. And for this stage specifically, the nice thing is, well, the reason I'm not bringing Wario is I brought him in and I just had a lot left on stage. And you have basically a random chance for Goomba Tower to help you out here. And the bubblers are also a pretty big problem. A thing that he can do is remove the viruses that are near the bubbler so you don't actually end up triggering them. I believe I do trigger... so what I do is I trigger this green one here, which allows the blue one to fall, which is actually really nice because that blue one was going to be really annoying to get to. So it looks like we... Oh. Oh. So we finished for 2, which does mean that I ended up using 1 extra capsule that I wouldn't have. To be fair, we used Goomba's skill at the end, and if he would have hit that green one, I would have had 3 left over. So it's really the game's fault that I didn't end up beating it with 3 capsules remaining. But the points are not going to be a problem, so just beating it is all you need to do. I apologize that my video has the 3 extra ones, but there's not much I can do about that. Moving into this one, I think this one is the easiest one for me. What you're going to want to do is work on the left side first, getting rid of all these coins. And also, side note, I brought in Goomba Tower on this one, and he was okay, but really not the way to go. And I probably could have brought in Wario and done just fine, but what happened with Goomba Tower is that there was a lot of ice stores left over. So I figured, hey, let's just get rid of all that ice and see if that works. And it did work, so... another problem you're going to have, especially if you're bringing in someone like Ludwig, is that you're going to need a lot of either single capsules or hopefully double capsules to get the rest of the coins at the bottom here. Or alternatively, if Ludwig destroys your doors for you, then it'll be a lot easier to clear the coins. And you'll see that in a little bit here, when it actually is a lot easier to clear some of them. Like right here, this blue one, you wouldn't necessarily need a double blue to clear this one. You can just place 2 regular capsules that have blue on them. But I'm actually struggling to get some blues here, so... but yeah, see, we bring those down, we have some reds here, which I am scrambling to use all the colors that I have right now. I think I end up wasting that green, but oh, I actually did salvage the green. I guess it doesn't really matter because these are falling. But keep in mind, this coin is going to get destroyed by this red virus anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In hindsight, I probably should have left that behind because now I'm going to have a barrel here that isn't destroyed. I forget. Oh, I get super lucky with these greens. And I do that. And without that double green there, and also the other greens I had ready to go, that wouldn't have worked out. So I got very lucky with the remaining capsules I had. Just barely squeaked by that one with Ludwig. So keep in mind, he's not great for that one, but it's certainly possible, as he just saw me do. And that was my first try with Ludwig as well, so it went pretty well, and I made some foolish moves, so you can see if you look there, this is my King Boo strategy. What ended up happening when I played this one was that I just was not getting enough points, even with the point boosting assistance, and I thought, well, I might as well try to just end with as many capsules as I can. So bring in King Boo and Bomb Boo. King Boo replenishes your capsules at 5 capsules to 10, and Bomb Boo replenishes it from 3 to 6. So what could happen is you miss out on King Boo the first time around, then Bomb Boo activates, and then you actually get King Boo again. So that can happen, and it's really good if it does. You can see I brought in Goomba Tower, and what's crucial about this one is that, again, I was bringing in Wario, and I just was not clearing enough. So bringing in Goomba Tower, there's that random chance that you will clear enough. And also, it's really frustrating getting to the cannons. Like, really frustrating. But with Goomba Tower, you get a random chance of hitting those cannons. And when it does, it often spawns another skill for him. As soon as you hit the cannons, you get his skill again. And that's kind of why I like Goomba Tower a little bit more than Toad. Especially, I guess, at level 3, I guess I should remind you. Now, there are going to be some blocks at the end that you have to clear. I don't think the blocks... Well, I think I brought in Koopa Troopa. Maybe Wendy would be better, but I brought in Koopa Troopa and it didn't work out so great. I think I actually beat it, but I didn't get enough points. So, maybe Koopa Troopa would have worked out anyways. But there are some blocks up at the top, as well as at the very bottom, that you will have to clear. And there's a chance that Goomba Tower hit it for you. I think he actually just hit the one at the top for me. So that means it's a little less for me to do. And now we just have quite a lot of hits here. We still have some blocks at the top, keep in mind. And there you just saw I got King Boo. So, very important to my score at the end. And Goomba also just hit another block for me, which is nice. Even though I probably would have gotten that one anyways. And we end with 6 capsules remaining. which I think if I had 5, I honestly don't know if I would have beat it. I really don't. I have no idea what the requirements are. Actually, 5 probably would have been okay. 4 may have been kind of close and probably wouldn't have won it. But yeah, you're going to need a good amount of capsules remaining at the end. Bringing King Boo just ensures that. Now, the first time I did this one, I accidentally brought in King Boo and Bamboo again. But the thing that happened was I realized it gives you enough points to get 3 stars anyways. So you don't need the point boosting assistance. Bring in whatever assistance you want. I just brought in the Boos again because I think if I ended up getting their skills, it basically would guarantee a victory. And this one, I really thought was great with Goomba as well, because there are some really awkward situations that he just has a chance of clearing, and also a lot of fog as well, which he clears. Now I realize if you don't like Goomba Tower and you don't bring him in, this stage is going to be vastly different because there are a lot of areas that are kind of annoying to get into, and I just didn't have to encounter that sometimes because because Goomba Tower would do that for me. Now he doesn't always get in between the weird spots. There's some sections like this blue one here where there's a door and a key surrounding the blue. So I just build from the side and it ends up working out. We end up leaving this blue one on this side for a while, but I'm pretty certain that Goomba Tower ends up hitting it for me. So you have a chance of that happening as well, which is always great. And now we manually cleared that green one. Not gonna rely on luck for that one. But we're pretty close to the bottom of the stage here. And we're running out of capsules. It does feel like I don't have very many points, considering how far we are into the stage, but do not worry. We'll get 3 stars pretty quickly here. You get a lot of points for the keys falling into the doors, and there are a good amount of viruses left as well. So you're going to want to clear out some of these blocks here. Goomba Tower does a little bit more work for me. And now we're at the point here where all the doors are done. There are some blocks left, which have viruses in them, keep in mind. There we just got King Boo's skill, and also we now have 3 stars, showing you that I still have so many viruses left on stage. You would have gotten 3 stars for sure. And like I said, King Boo just ensured my victory. I guess we would have ended with 0 anyways, because King Boo only gave me 5 extra. So we didn't really need him, but I felt a lot more safe when he got triggered. So there we go. I haven't attempted the final levels yet, but I hope it goes better than these because this did take a while. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then. Goodbye.